Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm so excited to get the second video started and really get into it with you guys with the college tea. I was kind of skeptical about filming this video, and I was like, you know what, it's okay, because I know I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to bash people. I'm also not going to use any people's names that I went to school with, because I don't feel the need to do that. If you hear a story and you think it's about you, I don't know what to tell you, I guess. But I'm not gonna come on here and I'm not gonna bash people. I'm just gonna talk about my college experience the past 2 years and some advice maybe that I can give to viewers who are incoming freshmen, or maybe you're in high school and you're just starting to think about college. But I wanna go ahead and get this video started, so here we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this. We're going to start off with freshman year at Iowa Central. It was a lot, to say the least. It was a lot that year. But I'm forever grateful for all the memories I have with everyone that I made that year. All the crazy moments and the good moments, the sad moments, everything. I wouldn't change it at all. It was honestly, for my freshman year there, it was perfect. I did have some horror story moments, some roommate situations. We're gonna get into that in a bit, but I just want to go ahead and start off with talking about freshman year friends. I was so scared to make friends my freshman year, and no one really, like, people tell you, oh, you're gonna meet people and stuff, but no one tells you how scary it is. It's so scary to meet friends, and I'm so grateful for the group of friends I had freshman year, because without those girls, I honestly have no idea where I would have went. I was so scared. My first day of marching band rehearsal, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna meet anyone. What if no one likes me? And I clicked with one girl, and we instantly hit it off. It was so weird how quick we became friends, but it was honestly the perfect thing for us. And then her roommates and her and I ended up becoming super close. All freshmen year, first semester, it was just all of us that whole year. First semester, we did almost everything together, and I'm so grateful for those girls, all the crazy memories we have together. There's a lot of them. We had these days called prank weeks, and so certain days and certain weeks we would just do these random pranks. We had those fireworks you pull and you scare people. We did that. We did water balloons in the apartment. Gosh, there's so many more. One girl hid underneath the other girl's bed to scare her, and there were just a lot of good times. And it's so funny because my freshman year, first semester, I basically lived in their apartment because my rooming situation was not the greatest. So I lived in their apartment. I think I stayed freshman year, first semester, I think I stayed in my own apartment maybe 3 or 4 times. Actually stayed the night there, because it wasn't a good living situation, and these girls were so sweet to me, so it was just duh, why wouldn't I stay here? They had a couch and a futon, so it was perfect. And they actually had an extra bed, but I never really crashed in the bed a whole lot, maybe a couple times. But now into my living situation, freshman year, first semester, was insane. I had a roommate who just made my life living there not enjoyable. He didn't clean. He had so many odors, and maybe that's not the nicest way to put this, but he worked out a lot and never washed his clothes, so he would leave them in a laundry basket, and then they would just smell horrible, horrible. The whole apartment would be reeking of his body odors, and I'm not the kind of person that can live in a situation like that. So I ended up just starting to crash at these girls' apartment. They lived right above me, and so it worked out perfect. We had so many good nights, and honestly, it was the perfect situation for that to be the case. We made a lot of really, really good memories freshman year, first semester with them. But then freshman year, second semester, I moved to a different dorm, and I felt kind of bad because I didn't really tell anyone that I was leaving that dorm until last minute, when I figured it out last minute that I was finally going to do it. And so I moved out, got moved in with new roommates freshman year, second semester, and it was so much better. I had a really busy schedule because I was in the college production of Newsies, and it was kind of insane, the schedule I had. I didn't actually get to see my friend group a whole lot, which is really sad, but we made the best of the time we had together, and I'm so grateful for that. And then COVID hit. Our musical premiered the week before COVID hit. We performed all of our performances. The next week we are getting ready for spring break, and we get these messages, and oh, we don't have to come back after spring break. And I'm like, oh, that's gonna be nice. Well, actually, it started off, our spring break was gonna be like 2 weeks. And we're like, oh yeah, we'll just do 1 week of spring break, 1 week online. And then it was the email that we weren't coming back. And I was just like, wow, that sucks. My friend group, my freshman year, were all graduating that year. And so they didn't even get like proper graduation ceremonies. And I felt horrible for them for like that was their situation. But then I thought about it. I'm like, these girls are graduating and starting jobs, and I'm not going to have them there next year. And I got in my head about things, and I got really scared for what my sophomore year at Iowa Central would look like. And honestly, it was fine. I got over the whole pandemic through the summer, got adjusted to living in COVID, like a COVID world. And sophomore year, I just knew it wasn't going to be a normal year, and it really wasn't. The college tried to make the best out of the situation they were given, and I'm grateful for them for that, but it wasn't the same as my freshman year. It really wasn't. However, though, I did get a really, really awesome group of friends my second year also. That was a huge thing I was really worried about, was because all my friends graduated. I was like, I don't have any friends again. Like, they all just left. What am I going to do? So I'm back to square one. I'm back in my head. I have to remember, be approachable, be nice, like, wear cute outfits, they'll come up to you, that's how you're gonna make new friends. That is not how I made this group of friends. Literally, it's the craziest thing. So one of my friends from last year, we were snapping, catching back up and stuff, and so we were snapping, talking, she finally got on campus, we hung out, and then the third girl to our group, well, second girl to our group of three, we got into her apartment one night because she was hanging with a group of my friends, and they scared me. If you don't know this about me, I get scared very easily. So, well, they scared me. They threw stuff out my window while I was watching a scary movie. So, you know who you are. You know what you did. Anyways, so I was like, let's get her back. Let's go scare her. She was in her shower, and we got into her dorm and hid in her room and jumped out and scared her. Granted, this girl did not know us, barely. Like, we had choir together, and that would be the only class she knew of us and stuff like that. And so it was so weird that that's how our friendship kicked off. But then we started hanging out after that and doing little things, and then bam, once again, we were all living together. And my roommate sophomore year did not live in our room. He slept on the couch. And so I asked him if I could take his bed, push it to my bed, have one big bed. So it was like a king, actually. I think 2 twin XLs make a king. And so we had that. And then all three of us slept in that bed first semester, all first semester, every night. And it was chaotic. We would have to take melatonin every night to try and go to sleep. And something funny would happen one night. The shelf right here, it's metal. It used to hang above my bed. One night it got knocked off and hit me in the head. Middle of the night, I was just like, what? So, note to self, don't bring steel metal shelves to your college dorm because, one, command hooks don't hold that. I ended up putting like holes in the wall because I use nails. Sorry, Iowa Central, you're not supposed to do that, so don't do that. Don't listen to me there, but that's fine. But we had some really, really, really good times sophomore year, and really having 2 years, 2 complete friend groups, you get so many like thoughts in your head like, wow, this is how this could have gone. But I sit back and I'm just so grateful to how sweet everyone was, all my friends, everyone I met. My professors were honestly really good people. They really worked with me with my schedule. I will say this though, if you're not willing to put the work in for college, you're not gonna get what you're expecting for the outcome. You have to be willing to put the work in. You have to be willing to put the time and effort in. That's just college. Like, you can either succeed or you can fail. And everyone's rooting for you to succeed, but no one's gonna do it for you. You have to get up and you have to do it yourself. Like, there's my little motivation for this video, but you have to want it. And I had a lot of road bumps freshman and sophomore year with mental issues that I struggled with, and like just breaking mental barriers that had popped up from freshman year, and just things that I went through, and just learning to overcome those emotions and those feelings and understand at the end of the day I was there to get a degree, and I graduated and got it. But at some moments I felt so lost and so disconnected from who I was that I was like, I don't know if I can keep doing this. But you have to remember to stay true to yourself, and if you want it, go for it and get it. Because honestly, college is a time when you get to be the person you want to be. Say you didn't enjoy who you were in high school. Well, college is that new opportunity. No one knows you there. You get to reinvent yourself. You get to be the person you want to be, and you get to live for yourself. You don't have your parents breathing over your neck if they're like that. My parents weren't really like that in high school, but I knew some friends that their parents were like that. You get to finally start living your life, and it's awesome. It's amazing. It's scary, to say the least, but it's things like this in college that really prepare you for like the real life. So it's really important that we learn these lessons and that we go through these experiences. Otherwise, who knows where we would end up. But this isn't what I really want to get into with my video, so back to some tea, if you want to say it. I don't really know where I came up with this idea for the title. I was just like, let's talk about the college tea. But realistically, it's more about like my college experience and things like tips that I'm gonna get ready to give you for incoming college students. First of all, don't buy your books through the bookstore. I know this is taking a turn, but this is where you get your tips from me. Go ahead and go through Amazon or Chegg. They're really like a good source to get rentable books that are already used. I think I averaged about $30 per book both years, I would say. And this incoming year here at Iowa State, I just got my books, and I have 6 books, and I think I got them all for 20 to 30. One book I did have to buy for like 80, but still, that is really good. For like some people in certain majors where you have to buy the book new, it can cost over $100. Sometimes the books are almost $300 actually. So if you can, rent your books through Amazon or Chegg. There might be other book sources out there that I'm not thinking of. Secondly, tip from me is pack light. You're gonna wanna pack everything and then some for your dorm, for your apartment, whatever your living situation is gonna be like. Go ahead and pack light and realize that you can always come home and get the other stuff. Like maybe if you're moving to a college across the state and you're not gonna be home till Thanksgiving break or something like that. But if you're living in state, like in the same state that you're going to school, maybe you could go home like the Labor Day weekend. That's only a couple weeks after you move in to get a few things. But my freshman year, I definitely overpacked. I took way too much stuff, and it was so hard moving back home. When COVID hit, I was just like so shocked. I was like, all of a sudden I had to take all this stuff home, and I drive a small SUV. I'm like, this is never gonna work. So that was my second tip, pack light. Third tip, go out and experience new things. This is your college experience. This is your life. You get to decide what you want to do, what you don't want to do. Join clubs, do like extracurricular activities through your college. I did marching band and theater and choir at Iowa Central, and I really, really did enjoy it. At Iowa State, I haven't looked into really anything quite yet. I'm gonna wait till I get the feel for what campus life is gonna be like. But this is your college experience. Try new things seriously. If you really, really want to put yourself out there, you've got to try new things. It's the only way you're going to find what you do and what you don't like in college. My fourth tip and final tip for college is be true to yourself. Don't forget who you are at the end of the day, because in college you're going to meet a lot of people, and you're going to want to try and be friends with everyone, and you're going to want to try and fit in with everyone. But simply remembering like who you are and where you came from and what morals you like stand by as a person is so huge. Like, I can't express that enough. There's so many times I would simply try and be someone I wasn't, just for the sole purpose of impressing other people or getting other people to like me, or maybe this will get me invited to go hang out with these people. And that's not what matters. It really isn't. And it's so hard to understand that, because someone could have told me that and I wouldn't have listened. Because all I wanted to do was I wanted to fit in with them. I wanted to get invited to those hangout nights. I wanted to get invited to the movies to hang out with them, or the quick party here or there. Just those little things is what I focused on a lot, and you can't. It took me a little while to realize that, but being true to yourself is one of the biggest things you can do in college, and if you can do that for yourself, you're going to do great things, really, because remembering why you're at school and what your end goal is out of college, the plan you make for yourself is more important, and making sure that you're simply happy and you're not changing your life for other people. You have to live for yourself. But I know maybe this wasn't what a lot of you were expecting from the video, but I really did enjoy this quick sit down video with you guys and giving you my college tea. And I'm going to be really excited to get my next video up after this one, and that is going to be packing with me for college, so look for that here in a couple days. It should be up, I'm hoping, maybe 3 days after this video. It's gonna be a lot, you guys. I am not mentally prepared to pack again for college, but I'm gonna do it because I have to. But I really did enjoy this little sit down with you guys and talking about some college experiences with me. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you click that thumbs up and click on that subscribe button. Thanks, guys. Bye.